Hello guys!
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Now, I'm hoping we have sound, it does look like it. Yesterday the first minute was off, so I'm hoping we did it better this time. We received some feedback, we're trying to implement it, so thank you Eric for the feedback. We changed some of the display setup to make sure things are going the right way now. And we're kind of looking at the camera, not somewhere into the room. For today, first big announcement. Things are changing every day now, so we're trying to make it better every single day. First thing, we updated the app and we now have a new functionality in the app. Well, we have the new schedule in the app. I'll try to put this into the camera now. If you're going into the app, let's see if the thing can focus here. If you go to the roster, you find a new schedule. Well, first of all, you have to choose if you want to go to the online training or offline. But you see a new roster which has all the classes, so you're going to see which Zoom classes are happening when and where. Point is to give you some sort of routine. You're used to signing up for the workouts and then joining. We should be doing the same thing now, so we're trying to replicate the same kind of feeling. For the Zooms, there's going to be a new one tonight at 8:30, so we're adding more sessions. They're going to be at 7 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting this Friday. So lots of things to come. Let me check. No, I think that's all I wanted to say in terms of announcements. I think I didn't forget anything. I don't see any no sound messages, so I'm assuming we're good. Then, what we're going to do today, Kat? Tell us.
For today, we have no upper body movements, only lower body and also core strength. Yes, more sit-ups are coming. You can also add them in your 1,000
1,000 sit-ups it is.
Yes, it's not for today, but for the week. So for today, we have added a skill session, which is going to be for pistol squats. So the warm-up is going to be based for activating your muscles for the pistols, and then the Metcon is going to be 5 rounds for time for fitness, 20 chair step-ups, no weight, and then 20 sit-ups, so in total 100 sit-ups for today. For performance, 5 rounds for time, 20 chair step-ups weighted with a backpack, so if you're going to do it for like performance, please grab yourself your backpack or a kettlebell or something heavy. And then it's going to be 20 V-ups instead of sit-ups, because V-ups are even harder.
Good, so what you need is a chair, and if you have an ab mat, and if you have some weights, maybe a backpack, a kettlebell for the step-ups later on. We're going to start with the warm-up and then go into the skill session. So, I think we're good to go. Give yourself some space, grab yourself a chair, and then we're good to go. For the warm-up, what we're going to do, we're going to start with the world's greatest stretch. You all know it, 5 and 5 repetitions. What you're going to do, you're going to step forward.
Yeah.
You're going to step forward in a lunge step, bring the back knee to the floor. It can hover above the floor but not touch. Then both hands go to the floor on the inside of the leg, and then the inside hand is going to reach to the floor and rotate up. Reach to the floor and rotate up. First round we're going to do it with a hand on the floor. Second round we might go for the elbow on the floor. For now this variation is fine. You'll notice if you drop the back knee on the floor, it becomes rather relaxing. If you keep the back knee off the floor, you're also going to feel a stretch on the hip of the foot that's on the back. After 5, we're going to switch to the other side, so you can simply step back, step forward again. If your right leg is forward, your right hand is reaching to the floor, and then up to the ceiling. Make sure your head is rotating too, so we're getting a full movement from the whole body. Not just the arms flying around, no, open up those shoulders. Okay, after 5, we're going to do 5 pass squats. Feet go under the shoulders, toes are slightly pointing out. From here, we're going to sit down to at least parallel, the chest is pointing forward, hold for 1, 2, and stand back up. 4 more, sit down, hold, and stand up, sit down and hold, and back up. 2 more to go, I believe.
Yes.
And come up. Last one. From here, we're going to move the feet narrow. We're going to put the feet as close as possible, so in the best case right under the hips. And then we're going to sit down again and pause all the way down. And back up. All the way down. And back up. Cat, of course, has great flexibility, so she's able to actually sit down all the way with the feet narrow. If you're struggling with this, just pause at parallel, hold for a second, and come back up. Last one. Hold, and come back up. Okay, from here we're going to go into 5 lunges, a little bit more active. Step forward, back knee to the floor, and back up. We're going to do those rather quickly now. 5 on each side. We just want to get the blood flowing a little bit. And that is round 1 done. We're going to go back to the world's greatest stretch, so another lunge. If you can now, see if you can reach down with the elbow to the floor and come back up. Elbow to the floor and look up to the ceiling. Try to let your hips sink lower and lower towards the front heel. So we're really getting a good stretch and something that looks like a squat position. After 5, switch to the other side and do it again. We're not in a rush on this one. The world's greatest stretch is slow and controlled. Come up. We do 5 pause squats. Now we should sink a little bit lower than in the first round, so see if we find a little bit more range of motion. Sit down, hold, and stand up. Of course, when we're squatting, the full foot is on the floor. We're not coming onto the toes, the heel, the toes, everything is pressing into the floor. Pause in that bottom position and stand up. And then we're going to move the feet narrow, right next to each other. It does help a little bit if you press your knees together as well, so prevent them from coming out, and come back up. In a pistol squat, the knee is pointing straight forward, it's not coming outwards, so I want to get used to that knee coming forward in a straight line, being right over the toe again. No external rotation in the pistol, so we want to warm that position up separately. After the 5, we're going to go into 5 and 5 lunges. Again, that's just a little bit more dynamic. 5 on each side. Good. And then we do one last round. For the world's greatest stretch, see if you can now bring both elbows to the floor. So instead of there we go, cat. Both elbows to the floor, really find some new range of motion. And come up. The elbow that's on the floor is just lying down, relaxing on that arm. The other arm is doing all the moving. With that, we're finding a lot of range of motion in that hip. The hip is coming closer to the heel with every round we're doing. So we're finding more and more flexibility here. After 5, switch to the other side. First thing, drop the elbow close to the floor, and then the other arm is rotating. Good. Then, 5 squats with a pause all the way down. This is more a workout than a warm-up, isn't it?
That's true.
And come up.
My legs.
You wrote the program, so that's what you get. Okay, last one. And then the feet move narrow. We're going to come down as far as we can. And pause for a second at the bottom. And stand up. If you want to bounce around a little bit at the bottom, that is fine as well. Get comfortable in this position. Try to not round the upper back too much. Most likely you will have to round the upper back a bit. Try to fight it, don't fall back. And now we've got 5 and 5 lunges. And that is it for the warm-up. I'm going to shake it out. If you do want to grab yourself a drink or something like this, go ahead. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to keep working on the same muscles, particularly the quads and the glutes. Those are the driving forces for your pistol squats. So what we're going to do, 3 rounds of 10 glute bridges, 10 slow narrow squats, and 10 chair pistols or 10 skier squats. So we're going to start with the glute bridges. We're first going to have Good, so we had a small issue with YouTube leaving us, so we should be back live now. Yes, I see some comments coming in again, so we should be good. We left off with the glute bridges. From here we're going to move on to a slow narrow squat. We're going to do narrow squats. The feet are under the hips, very close together, and we're going to squat down slow and controlled and come back up. We really want to focus on the upper back. If you turn around 90 degrees, there you go. If you're having a look at the upper back is trying to stay straight. We're not rounding and collapsing as we're coming down and stand back up. And from here, we're going to go into a chair pistol. For the chair pistol, what you need is a chair or a couch or anything like this. The lower, the better. You're going to stand in front. I'm going to start by standing on one leg. So one leg goes up to the front. And now you're going to do a pistol, meaning you're going to sit down on the chair and stand back up. Sit down on the chair and stand back up. If you are confident with pistols, get the chair a little bit lower. If you don't have a chair available, you can also do a skier squat. So Kat's going to show us a variation on the couch. Or you can do a skier squat. The skier squat is a one-leg squat. It looks like a reverse lunge, but we're only going to touch the floor with the knees. We're going to come back down, touch the floor with the knee, and stand back up. Significantly heavier than the chair pistol because you have no support. We're going to do 3 rounds, 10, 10, and 10. So for the chair pistols and the skier squat, that's 5 and 5 on each side, alternating. For the rest, it's 2-leg work. So we're going to start with the 10 glute bridges. Come down on the floor, lie down on your back. Pull the heels close, shoulders are in the floor, heels on the floor, arms and head are on the floor, and then we're going to drive the hip up, hold for a second, and come back down. Drive the glutes up, and back down for 10 repetitions. Very good. Focus on contracting and working hard from your glutes, so your butt cheeks, they should be on fire. You should not feel your lower back. As always, if you feel your lower back, missing tension on the core. So take a deep breath in, squeeze, brace, and then bring the heels, bring the glutes up. After 10, we're going to go into the narrow squat. Feet are close together, the knees are pointing forward. Don't allow the knees to come up or come out. You can press the knees together slightly. And we're going to do 10 repetitions. Thank you for the comments. I put the rep scheme back in as well. That went down when we lost the stream. From here, we're going to go into 5 and 5 chair pistols. Stand on one leg and come back up. If you're doing the chair pistols, try to keep the one foot off the floor. So we're doing 10, 5 full repetitions. All the work is coming from one leg. After 5, we're going to switch. You might feel or you might find a difference between the left and the right foot. That's okay, everybody's got a slightly different body and imbalances left or right. Important thing is to do the same work, so don't neglect the weak side just because it's weak. do a little bit of extra work on that side so it can catch up. That's round 1 done. We're going to go for the glute bridges. If you want to make the glute bridges more challenging, so if you didn't really feel anything happening, you can raise one leg up in the air. The leg that's going up in the air is just here. It doesn't move. It's just off. It's just out of the way. And now all the work is coming from one side. I'm going to do 5 on each side then. The leg that's in the air doesn't need to move around. It's very stiff. It's just sticking to where it is. All the work is coming from the hip. 5 on each side, and then we switch. Okay, then we're back to the narrow squat. Just to get a lot of ankle mobility going. Maybe for this set you want to turn around 90 degrees so we can see it from the side. Thank you.
Comment on my heels.
The heels are on the floor, the back is as straight as possible. A little bit of rounding is acceptable. It's kind of impossible to do it completely straight, but we don't want to collapse. We want to keep looking forward. You can reach forward with your arms to balance it out. It makes it a little bit easier too. And then we're back to the pistol. If you now notice in the first round the chair was too high, maybe try it on a lower chair, try it in a smaller box. Sit down and drive back up. You'll notice how you have to shift your weight backwards and forwards. That's good, that helps you to find that balance. There's only one position to really squat, so you have to find that position before you can come up and back. If you fall around, that's okay, but try to find your balance. With every rep, it should get a tiny bit easier. Good, and then we've got one more round of glute bridges. Slowly, the legs are really getting warm. It's a good thing we need them in the Metcon as well. One leg goes up, we're going to do a one leg glute bridge and squeeze. Really focus on squeezing the butt cheeks. Feel if you have a difference left or right. It's very important to know if your glutes are actually both working. A lot of lower back issues are coming from one of the glutes not working as much as it should. So this is a nice little test and a nice way to balance it out. Figure out which of the sides is weaker and then do a few more reps there after the workout. Here we go. We're back to the narrow squats. Lots of squatting today.
So many squats.
So many squats.
I want to do fitness now.
You can. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, and then, I thought it was the last one. We're going to go to the chair pistols again. Kat's going to do now the skier squat just because we didn't see that variation. That's probably the hardest one to do because there's nothing supporting you except for the leg that's on the floor.
I didn't agree with that.
That's fine.
Do I have to?
Yes. Let's give it a try. It's good if people see you struggle. There we go. Easy. Reach back. You'll notice how you have to lean forward, how you have to look for that balance point. Don't just step back, really reach for the floor with the knee. Don't support yourself with that back foot. If you have to support a little bit, that's fine, but it's not like a reverse lunge where we have a lot of pressure on the back leg. We're really working from that front foot all the way. Those are quite heavy, so if you're struggling with pistol endurance and strength, you can do those quite frequently just to build a lot of strength in those quads, in the glutes, to get better at pistols.
That was it for today, right?
No, we're actually going to do some sort of working out.
Really?
What are we going to do, Kat? Tell us.
Oh, okay. Am I in here?
This camera,
Yeah,
this
that
camera,
one.
one
Okay.
camera.
Okay, for the workout, guys, as we mentioned in the beginning, now we're going to use even more our legs with the chair step-ups, and they're going to be with sit-ups or V-ups. Preferably use a carpet or a mat if you have for the sit-ups or for the V-ups. It's going to be 5 rounds for time cap 8 minutes, so you have to move fast. 20 chair step-ups, alternating legs, 20 sit-ups. For fitness, for performance, 20 chair step-ups weighted, 20 V-ups.
Let's show the movements. For the chair step up, we've done plenty of those. Yesterday was a one leg step up, today it's an alternating step up. So you're going to step up with one leg onto the chair, press up, extend fully. Full extension means the hip, knees and shoulders are in one line. After 20, you're going to come down into 20 sit-ups. So lie down on the floor if you have a blanket or a rug or something. Makes it more comfortable. The soles of the feet are pointing together. We're going to touch the floor in front, touch the floor behind, and touch the floor in front. Again, you can use your arms to swing, that is fine. We're looking for speed, not for strength. So use everything you have for those 20 repetitions. For performance, we're going to do the step-ups with a backpack, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, your dog, anything you find that makes it a bit heavier. Instead of the sit-ups, we're then going to do V-ups. Could you turn 90 degrees again? For the V-ups, you're going to lie on your back and we're going to start in a hollow position. Go. We're going to start in a hollow position. That means the lower back is pressing into the floor. We're not arching, the lower back has tension. Then, and there we go. So, for the V-ups, do not relax the core. We need to have tension on the way up and on the way down. No relaxing at any given point. If you start feeling your lower back, just go for sit-ups. There's no point in messing up your lower back just to do some fancy V-ups. So, if you want to start with V-ups, all good, but if you feel like this is not going anywhere anymore, if you have to rest too much or you start feeling your lower back, please go for sit-ups instead. We're not going to do a test round. Your legs should be quite warm after the skill part. The core doesn't need too much warm-up after all the things we've just done. Are you going to use a backpack pad? That's a question. You can say no.
I will use it so that I can motivate people to use a backpack. It's only 50 kilos.
Now I'm curious, we put a time of 8 minutes on this, which gives you 1.5 minutes per round. So let's see if Kat is moving quick enough. I know we have some very fit people watching, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see some good times again. 2020, that's 100 chair steps up and 100 sit-ups total. Are you ready?
No.
Good. Then we're going to start in 10 seconds. It's 5 rounds, so pace it a little bit. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Stepping up, full extension, and back down. You can alternate on the box. That allows you to kind of keep moving. Just tap the floor quickly and back up. Let's see how long the first 20 reps are going to take here. With a simple movement like this, it's always good to focus on your breathing. Just count the reps and breathe control. So take a deep breath in through the nose, you can breathe out through the mouth, but keep focusing on your breath. Let's see, we're already 30 seconds in, still not done with those step-ups.
13.
Ooh. And we are back, just 2 minutes offline. Of course, we hope you kept moving. Just because the video is not loading doesn't mean you can't do the workout. So we are nearly 3 minutes in now. I think our 8-minute time cap was a little bit too tight, so we're going to treat it as an 8-minute AMRAP today. You are starting round, or you are finishing round? 2. Oh my!
That's tough.
It is. Those V-ups are not getting easier. Let's see how many we can squeeze into those 8 minutes today. Very good. They don't look like they're getting easier.
No.
Well, if you can still laugh and talk, it's not hard enough. Let's go!
Come on, guys. Support.
Everybody's busy doing the workout. Nobody did support you. Keep it going, guys. We're now halfway through. Back to the step ups. Don't rest before the step ups. It's just leg work. Grab the backpack and then it's go time. Nice job, Gary. We've got 4.5 minutes on the clock. So 3.5 to go. So legs are burning. That's okay. We're still getting full extension at the top. Everything is extended. Hips, knees, shoulders in one line before we step back down. I can hear the dumbbells clattering in the backpack. That thing is heavy today. And now we're back to the V-ups. We've got 5 minutes on the clock. That's finishing round number 3 right now. Stop moaning and keep it going. We're not done until either we've done 5 rounds or we hit the 8-minute mark. So keep it going at home. Don't stop. The video might black out again, but you can keep working. The clock here is counting in real time. We're not stopping it just because the video stops. So we're going to do this whole thing here till the bitter end. Right back up. Let's go. Nice. Those step ups are no reason to slow down or stop moving. It's just stepping up for 100 repetitions. Good. Less than 2 minutes to go. Speed it up. Finished with a sprint. Good, that's the speed, not slowing down compared to round number 1. We've got 1.5 minutes on the clock, 90 seconds to go. Very good, Ken. Very good. Keep it going. And there we go. Fast transitions matter. We've got 10 transitions in here. If you lose 5 seconds in every transition, that's half a minute. That's a lot of work over a short workout like this. We've got 55 seconds to go, Kat. Go unbroken, no rest in those V-ups. Nice, very good. Keeping the legs straight, keeping the core active. That's what we need in those V-ups. 45 seconds to go. Okay, last 30, keep it going. Nice, there you go. 20 seconds to go. Get in as many steps as you can get. For the rest at home, keep it going till you hear the beep. 15 seconds to go. Nice, that was a quick transition. Now keep it going. We're going to be done in 5, in 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good job, Kat. How was that?
My abs.
Yeah, I guess the step-ups are okay.
Yeah, they just take some time.
But I guess the V-ups and the sit-ups get quite burny. Now, if you did the sit-ups, you can count those for your 1,000 sit-ups challenge this week. If you did V-ups, count them as one as well.
Yeah.
They're a little bit heavier, well, they're quite a lot heavier, but we're gonna count every V-up as one sit-up towards your challenge. Now, we're gonna try to figure out why our stream didn't really work 2 or 3 times. So we're gonna do a little bit of investigation. In the meantime, you can do us a big favor, and that is like the video, subscribe to our channel. That means you're gonna get all the videos on your home feed, even if you miss it.
Stretching as well. Don't forget the stretching. A little bit of stretching.
We can do a little. You can do a little bit of stretching.
Yeah.
Good. Please help us with a like and subscribe. Send it to all of your friends, families on the stream, the video link. Anybody that got that can join. We're keeping things simple, even though we're doing more and more work now. They're getting longer and longer, which is a good thing. So, on to the stretching. 5 minutes, I guess, some quads.
Yeah.
And then we're good to go. On to you.
Okay, so don't remove your chair, guys. First, bring your ankle on the chair and then try to sink in with the hip going close to your heel, and try to bring the chest close to the knee as well, without the knee that is on the chair getting off the chair. So you want to keep this heel down, grounded, and try to lean as much forward as you can, so that we stretch the ankles that work so hard, at least mine, and keep it steady over there without moving, and try to bring your heart rate lower as well after this workout. Try to lean a little bit more forward so that you feel a good stretch on your ankle. And now the same leg is going to go now on the chair with the knee getting, let's say, it's angle so that you can see me better. Try to have 90 degrees with the knee and the toes. And now we're going to go forward. We're going to lean forward without the knee and the toe and the feet and the foot as well getting off the chair or box, whatever you have, or also couch. Here you should feel a good stretch on your glute. Lean forward. Try to touch the chest. And we're going to go up again, and now you can switch legs. Put the foot on the chair and the other leg, and then try to lean forward. Again, same thing. Focus on your heel. You don't want to go up with your heel. Stay grounded on the chair or your couch. Try to go a little bit more forward. Slowly, slowly get up, and now place your feet on the side, knee touches the chair as well, and then try to lean forward. The foot and the knee stays at 90 degrees, same position. Here you should feel a good stretch on your glute, on your hip. Go as close as you can reach with your chest on the leg. Slowly, slowly remove your leg from the chair And now we're going to go for the quads. You can keep holding on the chair if you want. Now you're going to lift the leg up and try to have the knees close to each other and just hold your legs close. Here you should feel a good stretch on your quad that you are lifting, same leg that you are lifting. Slowly, slowly remove this leg, and now we're going to go for the other one. Simon is doing stupid things, guys. What were the times? Did someone finish the workout?
Yes, everybody did.
Oh, I need to get fit there.
We had 7:33 and 7:50.
That's nice, coach, guys. Need to train more. Okay. And then that was it with the stretching. Should we change cameras?
No, we don't. We're gonna stay with this one. After the screen died, everything's dead now. Good. So one more reminder, please use the app. If you go to the app and you don't see the actual schedule, you might have to deinstall the app and install it again. That happened to me this morning. But it should be there. Please sign up. That allows us to see who's actually going to join, etc. And it gives you the routine of signing up for a workout and knowing that today at 10, 7, 5, whatever time you pick, you have to be there. You want to be there. That helps with building routines. If you have feedback, except for the stream kept dying, we kind of know that. We're going to try to fix that. If you have other feedback, please let us know. We are learning literally every day, trying to improve what we're doing here. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word, keep moving, stay healthy.
Don't forget tonight, 8:30, the Zoom is going to be with Edgar, so he will be happy to see you guys.
And with that, we're done. Have a nice evening.